Hey, where's my mod? Hello, everybody. Give me a sec. My model for some reason is not loading. It's not here. I'll turn it on again. It's not that. Okay. That is weird. I'll be appearing in a second. Just give me a second. Gonna have to do this. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody. It's me, Ray-Kon here. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Today, we shall be jumping in to some cardfigth Vanguard waves. Okay, I'm out. Once more, we shall be jumping into some V2, not V2 Studio. That's the thing I have written down. Sorry about that. We're jumping into VangPro, not cardfigth area. That's usually the one I do. But today we shall be jumping into VangPro. We'll be having a private room today where we shall be learning how to test, how to play, and so on and so forth. If anybody wants to enter, if they want to try out something, you can just message me in the chat, and then you can look at the pinned comments to enter my Discord channel, where then you can enter the VC, and then we can just start talking about Vanguard if you have any, and we can have a game, and then I can slowly teach you how to play. In the meantime, I'll just be jumping into VangPro to give you like a step-by-step of how things can work. I'll be showing you mostly how to do it in the single play function, which is basically just do in the team. Instead of the CPU plays, the CPU plays. Even I'm still trying to wrap my head around how CPU plays can get in. But without further ado, let's jump. Give me a sec. And I gotta put some sounds here. So, give me a sec. There we go. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Pretty sure I had this set up. I did. Okay, that's weird. Just give me a sec. Did not turn on. Okay, there it goes. Is it doing its thing? It should be doing its thing, but I can't hear shit. Okay. Bunch of problems today. Damn the rights. If there's no scuff, then what's the point, honestly? Prop T. That is weird. It's not playing. It says it's playing, but there's no freaking sound on it. So it's weird. Such is the life. Okay, let me just at least get the sound here working. Yep. Freaking weird. I downloaded this particular thing mostly so I can grab the video and make it work. Like, the sound thing is not even here. It's partially. Oh, that could have been it. I think I see what the problem was. Throw me somewhere else. Let me check. There we go. There we go. For the background, this is my generic. here, slap here, slap, and slap. Slap it here. There we go. Perfect. Now it's working. All right. So first off, let's talk a look at the deck I'm playing. Mostly just a bunch of stuff that I was like sort of curious to build, and I'm like just sort of curious. We have Duststorm Eugene, but we took out a lot of stuff that makes it very Duststorm-ish. We try to make it as generic as it can. Obviously, we have some cards that are just like not generics, obviously, because if I want to make Eugene, I have to have like some restand abilities. But I added cards that are usually not seen as much. So I added Thornman Dragon, which is not seen as much. Basically just another restander, has a pop ability, lets me draw as well if they don't have nothing I can pop with. Always has the restand thing at the beginning of the battle phase as long as something was retired. This guy just restands, my opponent learn less, he just goes back up. And this is the other restander, which is Hellenis, which also functions as an extra 5k power, which is very generic because it only needs a Duststorm Vanguard, which we have another unit that's not Eugene that can also have the Duststorm name, so it's like funny to have at least. Obviously, we're going to be running Best Harvest because if something pops, we can take advantage of that. And also, we have Shenri because since we're running Best Harvest, if we get the pop, then Shenri can pop, but we can also throw this girl early so we can generate our soul faster because our soul is going to be something we're going to be needing for this. As for triggers, we have over trigger is Aquatics, mostly extra critical, grabs a card from drop, mostly critical. 3 draws from Flarebill Dragon. Get Blazement Kurama, just big shield, we need that. More cards for soul, so we're gonna be running Kuchijo. And for heals, 2 generic heals, and then we have Pure Flare Draco Kid, just in case somebody gets the critical by effect. And then we have Bavaria, just in case my opponent has done restand ability. And yeah, that's for my right line. Oh shit, why is my right line this way? Something that's slap. Didn't wanna where's the there it is. And there is my listing. There we go. So this is my right line is mostly just running generic or his stud just because I like her. Running the Rising Star Regalia since we don't have it as many Duststorms as we do. The grade 1 should not matter. The original UG1, it won't care for much. Thankfully, Roaring Bullets is a lot better, mostly because it lets me just draw 2 as long as Eugene is ridden upon, and then I can just shove one into soul, which is, useful for what it is. But without further ado, let us jump into the single player. Again, anybody who wants to join in to play a match, we can probably do that. You can jump in, and the password is in there, and then you can enter the BC so we can just talk, so we don't have to use the chat. If you want to use the chat, that's perfectly fine. We can use the chat. But we'll enter the... Actually, let's try CPU button. Let's jump in there so I can also learn the CPU, but we can slowly learn. Obviously, going first or second, so you choose either first or second. And then for the mulligan. For those in the Android simulator, it's very important to note that in the simulator, you have to double click in order to enable like standing cards, choosing cards, and so on and so forth. And if you're using the Google Play version for the PC, it's a double click with your right trigger, your left. Obviously, at least in PC, you just choose once. If you're using the PC version, you just by clicking once. I will be throwing away the America because it's not going to be as useful right now. As for another card, Best Harvest, we're also going to be taking it away for now. So if we're going to be going first, Best Harvest is not going to proc as good as it's going to be now. And thankfully, Shenri will be procking it. So, Red Mulligan, Ooh, another interesting card I added to the deck is the Ambush Kill Sword. The reason is because boosters have become actually fairly relevant in terms of power boost and in terms of skill. So, Kill Smoke helps out by popping back. Now, as much, we gotta drop some cards. We're gonna be dropping this. We don't want as much damage, and we already have one copy of it. Now, to access your right thing, you obviously have to discard, so you have to grab the card and then place that card in the drop. Then you have this little board here. In terms of the CPU, this is very important to do because we'll go there when it happens. But at the moment, you just go here, press right there, and then you press the unit that you wish to write, and then you press this little key here that says write. Press it, and then the card will be written. Obviously, the other thing that's very nice about VangPro is that certain generic abilities or skills just proc. Thankfully, this is where your resources are going to be managed, or it's going to tell you 5 cards to draw, 44 cards to deck, and then 0 counterblast, 0 soul, 1 soul, and 0 energy. This automatically updates every time you turn. It's your turn, so then you get the 3 energy and so on and so forth. But I'll go after that after a bit. But draw abilities and so on and so forth that are very generic, like persona rights and also writing when you're going second, I proc automatically. So VangPro is very nice of it. But other than other abilities, you'll have to just manually proc, which we'll be going through in a bit. But for now, since I have nothing else to do right now, I just end my turn. It sounds a tiny bit too high, so I lowered it down. Now, CPUs are going to be playing normally like this. Okay, now, for playing against CPUs, no guard and guard OK is what's going to proc the CPU to keep going playing. So if I chose to not guard, I place the no guard, and then the CPU will do the drive check. And then you'll have to respond by taking the damage by pressing right click on your mouse here, or double touching with your finger or mouse in the app version. Now, since I'm not a super fan of taking damage early, I'll be guarding this, and 23k, see, your amount is over there. So then, since I did guard, you press guard OK. And then the CPU will go on action. Obviously, the damage doesn't proc automatically yet. It might be something that's implemented in the future, but right now, it's not there. So when you take the damage, you have to, again, right-click here, and then your damage will be placed here automatically. Now, in order for that to happen, it has to be pressed on battle phase from the opponent. So if they don't do that, then that's fine. Then, if you're done guarding, you press guard clear. There's a small key here. I'm sorry if I'm blocking it, but there's a small thing here that's being slightly interacted with when I hover over it. By pressing guard clear, the CPU, it knows that you're done guarding. And since he's done, turn has ended. Now, I have to do another discard. Kill Smoke is not necessary right now, but since we're phasing against Rizal, I really want it. I only think I need one of these for now, so sadly, I'll have to discard in order to keep one of my re-standards. So, once more, right deck. Look at the card we're going to ride. And ride. Once more, as you see, our turn started. So now, I rode, so soul is reflected, and energy is reflected because my turn started. But now, we're going to activate an ability. You can say you activated your ability here in the area of the messages, but easier way is by pressing Alt on your keyboard and then pressing the card. You get that tiny effect, which also gives you a sound effect, which makes it so that you know the ability. Now, in order to lower or increase energy, depending on your use of cost, since I activate Energy Blast 3, you go over here, where it says EC, which is the energy charge, and you lower it by the amount. So in this case, it's 3. I do 1, 2, 3. Then, left click over my deck, and you see there's a bunch of options depending on your needs to look, to reveal, to souls, deck search. In this case, I only need to draw 2, so I just press left click twice, so 1. Hover over it, now it's green highlighted again, and then press again. Then, thanks to this ability, I choose 1 card in my hand. That's not what it does. Okay. I forgot that it has a oversoul. Okay, let's just go oversoul. Mistakes happen. Write it again. And next time, see this? This reflects. Then press soul. You don't have to do that. Double click again the card just to get the card off the area. But yeah, let's say I did shove the soul and I already draw 2 cards, so the rest of the ability is done. So now I'm gonna make phase. Then I don't really need to do much of else. So I shall be calling Shadow here in order to be able to proc that. I do want to create another attack, but I really need my rearguards in order to activate abilities. So I won't be doing that. So battle. Now, thankfully, some cards do have their automatic boost sort of procced after you go to the battle phase. Chibi just does that. The conditions have been met, so Chibi gets the extra 5k power when boosted, so you don't have to add it. But if you were to indeed add it, by left-clicking the card, you have this sun marker that suddenly goes to heal. Obviously, it has 2 soul, lock, marker, power to reveal, increase the crit, reduce the crit to top of deck, to bottom deck, or to hand. Obviously, in this case, it would be to power. So, by pressing the power key, there is generic powers here where it's 3,000, 1,000, even the minus, over trigger, continuous. So it stays like continuous there, so it doesn't leave. Power 2 times, unified unit power, and so on and so forth. Since nothing is there, you can press reset, and reset will reset the power of this unit. But since we gotta show that, just press 5k, 5k is added. So now, boost, this unit attacks 25k to the opponent's vanguard. Thankfully, when you click the opponent's vanguard with the amount, they already have the amount calculated that they need in order to guard. So once more, it's reflected here, and it will also be reflected here. They chose no guard here. So right-click over here in order to do the drive check, and no trigger. Now, in order to finish your battle phase, or at least that aspect of it, D-check clear, you press this over here, and then they will pull the trigger, and they will apply it appropriately. Now you can do the rest of your abilities. They don't really interact with that as much. So obviously, Shenri, I'm just gonna alt left click. Then we're gonna be looking at 2 soul over here because now it's gonna go into soul texture's ability. Then click over deck and then left click again to get the draw. And then since I finish, I end. One thing that I'm having some complications is the retire function. I think I have an idea how to do it. Let me just check by clicking on their cards. Not sure yet. Okay. So now they're going to be doing the 18k. Sadly, I genuinely have no defenses. So, no guard, so I take my damage. Then, guard clear. And now their vanguard's going to attack. Obviously, I'm going to be pressing no guard. And so, I'm going to wait. Nothing happens. So, guard clear. So, damage check. Obviously, press first before you do guard clear. Guard clear means they ended the battle phase of that particular. Now, without further ado, it's my turn. Since it's Rezile, when you put the opponent attacking unit has attacked 2 more times this turn, you can get 5k power. It's not going to be as relevant. Honestly, Ambush Smoke will probably be a bit better. But thankfully, they've set up quite a bit of board for us, so Best Harvest is going to be looking really good. Also, something that I'm really dumb. I forgot to activate for Gully's ability to get a free ride. I'm very dumb. Also, I activated this early. I'm very dumb, so I'm not going to proc it. I am fairly dumb. Marker. I'm just activating the marker function of my streamer.bot. But without further ado, let us go. That's not what I meant. Thankfully, the persona did not proc. Okay, sort of did, so I'm just gonna hover over my vanguard. I'm gonna have to do this to all of them because I was fairly dumb. There we go. Main phase. Thankfully, we can just do everything else. So we're just gonna activate Best Harvest. We're gonna drop now. So now it's our favorite proc. So now let us set the cards we're gonna be playing. First off, we're gonna be throwing Gibrachio. Then we just read over my vanguard. Attacks and one little bit of a card. Tough card, launch over the deck, and you get powerful tokens to the end of the turn. Let's get to 5k, that's not bad. My second attack. Trying to make sure we have. Okay. Trying to make sure this can actually fairly viable. We could do. Call. Okay, trying to proc the strategy here in my brain. I'm gonna do Vanguard's ability to pop an entire row. Then, okay. The proccing of abilities is my problem. Because I could call these two, pop the entire row, but then I'll have to do Stormbrand Dragon. Oh, well, I'll get a draw. It doesn't matter what it is. Just me being finicky about it. So, we're going to leave Giga Brachio here. He's going to be our, sadly, sacrifice here. We're going to call Lennis here. Then activate Vanguard's ability, alt left click. And then we're going to be resting these two units. And then this should be it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. This is by doing, apparently, by doing the function is what's going to give us the interaction with our opponent's unit. So, okay, front rear to drop. Front seems fairly generic. I think it works with the... So let's do front to drop. There we go. Then, other function, which is going to be back drop, which sends up. It's very generic. Okay. Do that. That's fairly annoying. Then lock. There we go. Now those two were destroyed by ability, so thanks to the ability of Best Harvest, I get 2 draws. Okay. It sent everybody to drop, so I'm sadly going to have to activate Stormbrand Dragon here, and it's going to proc anyway because he did have some cards in drop. Gonna have to check if I click and then function, it will blow up the exact card I want to blow up. We got this. Now, we call upon Stormbrand Dragon here. Gonna activate his ability, so we're gonna be doing alt here. And energy charge. 1, 2, 3. Reduce it to 0. Which then pops something. And yada yada yada. If there was no retire, then I would have gone to draw, but sadly they did have cards. Now, Battle Phase jumps in. Then the abilities of these 2 cards activate. So Chibi stands, plus gets an extra 5k power. Should have thrown Stormbrand Dragon here. Actually, oh yeah, I forgot that this was gonna go here. This was gonna go here, because then this is sadly our sacrifice here, and this one restands because Stormbrand Dragon gets an extra power plus 5k since he's going second. I have a slight advantage here. Stormbrand Dragon gets a bit of power boost there. This sadly does not get a power boost, and obviously I gotta reduce her power by 5,000. 1,000 because I accidentally proc the persona. Power. Five. Something that I will. I added more power. Okay, that was dumb of me. It's minus 10. Minus 10. Power minus 10. And power minus 5. Okay, there we go. That's a bit more controlled. Oh, wait. Since I popped an extra one, I do get an extra draw. Forgot about that. It's 3 cards because of 3 parks. Okay. Then battle. Obviously, we're going to be doing this guy here. 15k to my opponent. Okay, it's not letting me click over their cards. That's weird. That is weird. Not letting me click. Okay, seems the function here broke. Okay. Ha! I have to restart the game then. Sorry we have to do this, but genuinely it was just did not work. Roll again. Do that. We'll have to start all over again, sadly, because now it wasn't letting me. Now it's letting me again. We shall see. I think the game might have thought I was cheating or something, so it was just like, yeah, you're not working. That could be. Just gotta drink the water. Now we're gonna move first. Dropping. It doesn't really have a restand ability. Grip +1 doesn't happen here. So I can drop this with less pain. Right deck, grab this one. Didn't get anything, so turn. Turn at least the first attack. So, okay, we got nothing to activate, so guard. And then, nope, and then guard, okay. Nothing happened, but they had that guy, so it's slightly annoying. So, card clear. Then, fade, draw. Now, thanks to this guy's ability, this time I can actually proc it. I can go to my service, press discard, and press drop over here to the right, set it to drop zone, to then get a free, well, not a free, but you know, superior right. Not superior right, but yeah. Go to main phase, go to Chibi because I'm gonna be needing this in order to be able to get some stuff, and then jump the battle. Thankfully, Chibi's power card boosts itself. Boost. I can put on Vanguard. Drive check. Trigger. Get the power from Vanguard. Then trigger. Oh, geez, it did not matter. Got it. Then, thankfully, Chibi's ability procs. So I can just 2 sold here. Again. Click my deck. Get a draw. Now I just need to generate 1 damage, so we shall see if I'll be able to get the damage here. He managed to get that draw over there. Now he's jumping the battle phase, and I will no guard. Damage check. Sorry, that's not a draw. Forgot. Right click is to draw. Left click is to draw. Right click is to take damage. Then, and guard check. Then, draw. First off, discard this. My right deck to James. Break 2's ability first procs, which is N, energy +3, 3. Then I draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Those are nice. And then send 1 card amongst them to the drop zone to the soul. So this one will be going to soul. And then by paying the cost of another energy blast, which is 3, I'll be able to draw 1 more card. Okay, so I have something here I can do. Sadly, there's not a lot of advantage of being best harvest right now. So, and there's not a lot of cards to take advantage of just the position I am. So, I'm just gonna be activating strong Gibrachio. Fucking name. Activating his ability, progressing this unit, and by soul blasting 1 card, soul list, and then throwing away the critical. I'm able to retire this card. So press function, and then go from raw power from soul. It's not letting me. Oh, now it's letting me scroll. Okay. They didn't let me scroll for a second. Tip your rear to drop. There we go. So it pops. Now battle phase. Needs to affect the Brachio. Stands back up. Plus get the extra 5k power. So put this here. And sadly just don't have a lot of resources here to go around at the moment. So this guy shall swing first. Vanguard. Big guard with a 20k. Okay. Thankfully, I'll be able to touch. Then, Vanguard attacks, still activated, which means a counterblast. Then, Vanguard, soulless, throw away this lady here to drop. So then, I'll be able to look at the top 5 cards of my deck. You can also look at the top 5 cards of your deck, show the 2 grade 3 or less units, call into your units in columns to change to your deck. You can attack around to the end of the turn. So, look at the top 5. Deck to look, do I have to reveal look? To look at 5, there we go. Then I can choose 2 units and then call them. I'm gonna have to do this. Call. Then I'll have to keep looking. Look and get 4 that were revealed. And then call. And Zuniga will extra 5k power. So now Vanguard gets power 5. And then forward deck. Deck shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then click. They did not guard. So drive check. Right click here. Front trigger, power to my entire front row. Second check, no trigger. So, damage clear. They took it, and then with a boost, 26 to my opponent's attack. They guard with a 30k. So just press here, that damage ends, and then end phase. Alright, we'll see how that. Okay, we have a unit that can recover itself. It's gonna be 10k to my Gibracchio. Sadly, I'm gonna have to see him go. Sort of want him though. I'll be losing a retiree unit. It's gonna be fairly annoying. Sorry about the mic sound. Sorry about that. Just gonna have to raise it a bit more. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Gibracchio is fairly important. Don't have a lot of retire options right now without him. Let me check. Yep, no other retire options. So, I have to actually manifest something in order to guard there. Actually, no. I think it's fine. No guard for that attack. So they'll be able to do the ability to get a draw. Then guard clear, so they can keep going. Then she's going to be attacking 20k, so she gets a power boost, attacking my Vanguard. In this, I'll be able to do something here. Guard with this. Guard okay. So now, they keep going. Now the Vanguard attacks. They don't proc the ability of Resile. Maybe they don't know how to do it yet. I'm gonna need the damage though. This is doing the battle. This is a unit attack to Vanguard. So I'm gonna have to take it. No guard. Okay, so damage check. Right click. To look to reveal. Damage. I gotta right click twice. So then clear since no critical is pulled. Then infinite. Okay. So it's my turn. So Persona Ride is procced automatically. So let's go to main phase. Sadly, gonna have to do this harvest here. So now when I retire something, I can do then Vanguard's ability. Beep beep. This pop, so function. And let's go. It's CPU rear to draw. Which then gives me a draw. Which then I call which then I call from right here better. Then rank this unit's ability. Thinking. Actually, if I do this, I can call upon another Shenri. I can do double Shenri though. Generate a bunch of hands. I'll probably be doing this. So, you charge 3. 3. Is a Persona Road. Call. And call just another Shenri here. And then battle phase. Keep. Restand. Which then lets me reap the proc for battle. So first off, these 2 swings. It broke again. Okay. We're just dropping that in general. And we're just going to be jumping into any other room that's available. So right now, I'm not going to be leaving any room codes at the moment until like we have people here that are actually willing to like jump into here. So I'm just going to be making a room. So anybody who wants to play, just plays. Or you can just see me playing some matches. You know, it works. So let's make a room. In case you don't know, in case of making passwords, the PW button that's over there is the one that enables passwords. And then the password slot that's over there is where you put your password that you wish for your group. So you have like a bunch of people that just want to do random fights and so on and so forth, and just jump it right in. Might mess around with my schedule a bit. I think I want to do other stuff today. I'm sure my deck has a bunch of issues. So we shall see how this goes. Now let me check something if it does work. Okay? Okay, it does work. Okay. Let me switch those up for a bit. But I will be working on my 2.0. My model 2.0. Review my actual model. My 1.0, I debuted it once, but it was like in a failed stream, like my first stream, where I was having a lot of problems. So I think I just used a PNG there, or I just gave up. I don't particularly remember well. So we'll just have to see there. Ooh, B2 Studio had an update. Hello. Oh no, just they had a they shared something. Okay, they shared a bunch of things actually. What the heck? Ooh, this is gonna be useful for. This is gonna be useful. Yeah, V2 Studio is sharing a bunch of model showcases, so on and so forth. Yeah, model showcases, model debuts, so on and so forth. Okay, got somebody entered. So let us battle. Okay, we are going with scissors. Rock, they shoot. It's gonna be them first. Think want to keep one of my heals. Okay. Now we shall see with a live opponent in action. Tundra shall be dropping out one of my Helenas. 5. Thankfully get a draw since it's automatic. I just get that. Manage to charge 3. That's perfect. And now, since I got nothing else to do, we just battle phase. Then with a boost, attack the opponent's back. They got no guard button, which makes everything fun. Then critical trigger. All effects there. And crit +1. They take 2 damage. I like that. Bam, 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 bam. Now they seem to be a bit angry with me, so they're going to be doing a multi-attack most likely. They are really getting a bit angry at me. They might be trying to kill me. The bottom of the deck. Okay. So that gives me all I need to know to block this. Critical. It's going to be a lot of damage there. That'd be 23. Gonna have to drop an extra. I don't have a dust storm, so I'm gonna have to kill trigger power. Yeah, I just have to take it badly. We are both in the same situation though. Okay, then. So you just grab Soul. Soul Blast. So I don't have to do any investment. Sadly, I can't do Helena's here. But I can proc, so I can pop with some of his stuff so he doesn't have as many things as there to take advantage of. So I think I'll be doing that thing. So, Helena's. So jump to main phase, call Helena's, and then battle. So only it gets the power boost on Vanguard when your opponent has 2 or less rear guard, this unit gets back to power. Okay, neat. So, gets the power boost 5k. 5 check. Front trigger, let's go. That worked. Targeted the Rayman. They did not know I was attacking the rear, even though I have it highlighted. Hello? Hello, hello? Did you know, sir? Hello? Hello? I think they might not understand English properly. That could be it. That could be it. There we go. Now. Sarah put damage to... I made some mistakes as well. Right. Regardless, they were gonna have to take the damage Vanguard. Let's just say he took the damage from my rear. Yeah, let's just keep going. Continue the game states. It's fine. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Mistakes will happen. Ah, crap. Ideas? No. Get back in there. There we go. Come on, sir. Continue. The game will only last for so long. Yep. Bing, bing. Ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum. Ladies, play. Level counter the top 3 cards of the deck. Show to break their last unit. Look at top 3. Oh, 3 but there's about taking if you place the top 3 via 20. Show this one. And place on rear guard. So plus look at top card of the deck, put it top or bottom. If you put it on the bottom of the deck, you get plus 5k power. Top 1. And what do you do, man? What do you do? Did not know if he puts it on top or not. But it seems like a language barrier, so I'm not even gonna bother as much. Don't think I'll be able to guard as much of the other attacks, so I'm gonna guard everything I can here. So bam, 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 bam. 26k activate his ability. Okay, that gives him an extra draw. And that guy. Person must be learning just a bit himself how the deck works. Maybe knows, but it just has some things. Okay. No guard. Critical. Power crit. Second check. Nothing. First check. Second check. No triggers. That sucks. I have to perfect our one of these. Gonna have to do this. There we go. And gonna have to take bank. Sadly, no triggers. Now, ability goes to slow draw card. Expensive. Then, let's see. Let me contemplate my game. Okay. So, set under the copy this, hop all those, then call that calls 2 draw us, then call this one, gets me another draw. And then call this one. Okay. Gonna have to keep. Okay. I'm gonna set up the Helens first and then do all the things, but I'm gonna need all the other cards to get a lot of benefit. So, but first off as well, Grade 2's ability. Energy Blasting 3. 1, 2, 3. I draw 2. 1, 2. That's really good. Gonna have to drop him because he's not gonna give me a lot of benefit right now. The other ones though are. So it's a soul. Then should I call it here? Should I call it there? I should call it Hellenis as a Brumro is not that terrible actually, but let's set her up as a Vanguard, which is going to get an 80k, 15. This is going to be a 13k. 13k2 is 26. It's not going to be magic numbers. Anyway, when he attacks 18k, so that's something he's going to drop with. Want him to drop a trigger, though, in a bit more. So I might do a... Yeah, keep it here. Then, activating Best Harvest. So then, Vanguard's ability. Beep, beep, get them out. So then, Best Harvest ability. Draw. 1, 2. It's really good, actually. Then, summon Kikabrachio. Kikabrachio's ability. Actually, let me check my soul. Have enough soul, let's go. So then, I throw away this one here to drop. And then retire. So I draw one more card. And, oh, baby. Yeah, that's genuinely good. Then, gonna have to have this column for 1, 2, 3. Retire. Then I gotta draw one. And then call the Shenry here. Oh, that is so good. So good. Obviously, that was the main phase, and then jump to battle phase. Freestand. Freestand. Freestand, and this one also gets a power +5. Oh, that is such a good. This is so good. So, with a boost, she attacks 21k to my opponent. God, Eugene, my guy. 28k. Guard is finished. Then, Soul. Then, the boost, Vanguard attacks, skill activated, Cannon Blast, and then look into my Soul. Soul Blast, sure. Now I look at the top 5 card. 5. Choose one. Oh, that's really good, actually. Then, to look at 4. Choose up to 2 grade 3 less unit, call them the same. Then this unit gets power +5. And if they have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, all the units called by this ability, power +5. Power +5. Twin Drive. Heal Trigger, perfect. So, this column is coming 26, 26, 31. So I'm going to give him an extra bit of boost there. Cover 1. Second check. Draw Trigger. This is going to come as 50k 23. So I'm also going to be giving the power there, and then I draw 1 card. Now this is going to be swinging with a 33k. Regardless. 36k apparently. Perfect. Then. So. Draw. Oh, the ambush kill smoke. I'm going to have to choose orders, obviously, but like 38k, 33. That's fine. That trigger really came up to save them. I don't have Persona right for next turn, but honestly, a very good turn. The top 7 cards, the card reservoir, reveal point to from deck. If you don't reveal a card, counter shows massive draws here. Yes, energy charge 3. Divine skill. Apparently. Maybe they're not testing it yet. Yeah. Hello, Spirit Chilla. How are you? Hope you've had a wonderful day here. I'm mostly just coming. I came here mostly just to give like a mini tutorial of how to play VangPro here. And I'm just playing around here. It's fine. It's been good. Testing out a unique Eugene deck. Well, not super unique, but it's just like not using a lot of the Dust Storm stuff. Let's see. This is gonna be a 28k. I really don't want to take as much damage as I could, so then show this little girl to might just add. Got a pretty decent soul generation here, and I don't lose a lot of soul. 28k. He won't have a lot of restanding here. Wait a minute. He's probably gonna pop. He's gonna attack the 28k, so I'm gonna have to drop a bit here. Actually, does that have triple drive? It is not. So thinking. Counterblast. Choose one opponent's Vanguard. Gets 10k power until the enter. It'll be 23. I'll be killing the booster as well. So counterblasting. pop. And my Vanguard gets power plus 10. Ooh, really? Neat. I haven't heard of Ripbound yet. Ooh, they're reading my card. Let's go. Okay. I'll look it up a bit after this battle. I just can't right now. I gotta focus here. 23k. And then minus 10k. Yeah. Oh, neat. We got just making a card game. That's not a bad idea for them. Yeah, activate the ability. $23k. Already activate in order, so I'm gonna have to guard this. I'm just gonna have to wait till to get no crits here. Basically. I have to put some rigor by the ability. Probably. Very chilling. I imagine that's the case. Yeah, I get screwed here. Just don't. Oh, I forget her name. I know who she is. I just don't remember her name specifically. 23k, 23k intercept. It's a 23k. Yeah, Jinx, that's her name. I forgot her name, but like I understood who it was. Triple drive. 2. Okay. Heal trigger. Rocket. He's giving it all to Vanguard. Nothing. Nothing. Let's go. You got to recover 1, so that's a bit sad. 40k, and then this one's just gonna hit me with a truck, so front. Oh, maybe calling her has been a bad idea. I'd have to switch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch this for regular perfect guard. It's a 30k, but now. Has 4 more cards. You get power. Your opponent cannot call sentinels from hand to guardian circle. That's fine. Should have enough here. So retire, draw. I'm gonna have to. I can retire with ability though. That's fine. So guard here. Oh, neat. Gonna have to do it like this. Okay. That's 33k. There we go. Barely made it there, but I did. Oh, I needed that card in my drive. Damn it. Okay. I won't be able to generate a lot of draws here, sadly. But I can still do some shenanigans here. So, Vanguard's ability. Rest. Kill this one. There we go. Then move to front. And then Shenri. And call another Shenri. With 1 or less, I'll be able to proc some draws out of this. So battle. Deep. So this should be fine. Why am I crying? Don't cry. Be stronger. Be angry. Then battle. So, with a boost, 21k, 2 is 13k. Sadly, he's at 4. It's 23k. So, well, that's nice actually. Then the boost, Vanguard thing. You're right. Gotta hit him where it hurts. Gotta hit him. Send to drop. Then, okay, to the look. Top 5. Look at cards I can call. So call him. The only one I can really call here. I'll have to call the Eugene, though. The only one that can actually do that. So call here. And also, to look at top 4. I'm going to call another one just to deck thin just a bit. So perfect guarded. Okay, so drive check. Nothing. Oh, wait. No, deck shuffle. Forgot about that. Okay, I got something for defense, but that's all I really have right now. So 13k to his Vanguard. He's running out of cards as well, so that's something I can benefit out of that. Okay. And then 21k there. Take it. Critical trigger, that's very nice. Then so give me a draw. Okay, that's nice. End of turn. Thankfully, I got the perfect right now. Sadly, blitz orders now have 2 more. I might just have to throw away this one because my overabundance of blitz orders. Persona Road again. I'll be able to do it next turn, though. Got some abilities here. I can do double energy blast, so I can do Union in the Sky. Get the draw there. Union in the Sky is fairly good. Mostly happy just to have an extra draw fodder there. Well, it's not necessary. I think I might just add Sounds of Wave. Sounds of Wave is just really good. Calling a... He has enough soul, so it doesn't matter. He does have soul. He doesn't have hand, though, so he's basically just attacking with his decent enough team there. 28k. So I'm gonna have to perfect guard here. Nothing. Draw trigger, power draw. Nothing there. Perfect. 23k. Thankfully, I got this lad here. So we'll be able to do this. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not it. I draw. There we go. That was a 28k. Now 30k to me. Should be able to... This will get me something from drop, which is fairly neat, but I don't really necessarily need it. Actually, I can get something fairly good with this. So I might just throw away... This will get me the draw. This will be 18k, 18k, 23k, 23k. Yeah, I have to do this. There we go. Survive the turn. Stand on draw. Then, Persona Raido. Got 9 cards in my deck, so I gotta be fairly careful here. Now move this to the front. Then with that like that. Then first off, Vanguard's ability. Rest. Retire. Then rest. Choose a card for my soul. Soul Blast. Retire. Then call. This is a defensive I could use. But this could also give me a bit more units that can give me a bit more power there. We could do Shenri just to get the extra draw. I don't have any other Shenris, but I'm running out of cards in my deck. Plus, I'm going to do the multi-attack regardless. But more cards in hand, the more I can survive most likely here. Let's see. I'll be calling 2 cards. With Drive Deck, that's 4 cards. I shouldn't do Shenri then. Shouldn't commit hand either. Instead, what are you doing? And battle phase. 3 stand, 3 stand, 3 stand. Plus power plus 5k. There we go. So now let us commence the war. 18k to 13k. 23k. Then boost, boost to attacks. Skill Hatsuo, nevertheless. So let's drop the top 5 cards of my deck. Perfect. I'll be able to do some shenanigans here. Has to be call. Then if both Vanguard's great to greater and they have look great to realize units and columns in initial unit cards, so I can't choose an order. So look at top 4 now. Draws would be good, but also bad. They're gonna appear regardless. They give me 24. It won't be enough to pass through a battle. So instead, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. I can look at my drop zone and look at a unit and call it to rear. And choose a grade 1. Call. So twin drive. Nothing. Nothing. But then, units called here are power plus 5k, power plus 5k, and 25k to your Vanguard. Trigger. No trigger. Then 38k. What do you have here? What do you have here? 43k. 2 triggers are out. So, I have 6 cards in my deck. I have a kill smoke in my hand, so I do not have perfect cards in my hand. Battle phase. Got a kill smoke here. Guard, counters 1. This unit gets power plus 2k. Plus 5k. He's doing this first, so you can get plus 2 and counter charge. Then he's gonna do Vanguard's ability. Plus 2, plus 5k. Yeah, it's Vita's ability. Yep. So has cards in his deck. This one's about to get a bit more power boost. 33k. Let's just look at the cards. Call those 2. I can guard. I got 15k. This guy from the place one, so blast up the top 5 cards of the deck. When you attack, if you have 4 more damage from the moon, then you can fuck about it. Better to use kill smoke here. At the top as well. Plus 10k power. Then. And then. Yeah, I think I lose here. OT. GG. Yeah, I can't do nothing about a crit, man. That's just too strong. Exit. Now, it's interesting. What can I do? Obviously, probably throw Uni in the Sky away for something else. Uni in the Sky instead. Twin Cat is really nice because I can use it multiple times, but I think, yeah, Sound of Wave is just fairly better. Then throw this guy away to run a 4th copy of Twin Buckler Dragon, just a normal perfect card. As in for triggers, I think it's fine how I have it right now. Front triggers are mostly just because I'm going to be doing the multi-attack. But restand. Nope. Eugene. All right, in the all right. Really dumb. Soul's not a problem here. I don't think I want to do that there. I throw in units that have other abilities like that. Counterblast seems fairly fine here. I have the multi-attack with that. We could do the bigger. Another rigor, but it's gonna be Soul Blast 3 Energy Blast. Soul Blast 1 Energy Blast. One gets boost though. We don't know though. It's only an on-place ability. There's a rigor. When you attack or rank of this, you'll never find it. Just don't want to add any more dust. So maybe the drag readers nice. But it just has so much resources used with the energy blast and that. Finally, if you are a woman, bind this unit, shoot 2 non-total normal units when you drop, put them into your soul. If you have no regard with cards, you may put which was a card top of your deck instead of your soul. Taking some manipulation on calling cards. We got this one, protects you from the tyrant. Retire. This one gets my Vanguard to restand, but it's not fairly as worth. It's nice to have, but I have something like that instead. Dust. Dust. I really want to make a deck with this. It's gonna be fairly bad, but like I would love to have this. I just have to have like a lot of draws or like a lot of grade 3 like deck thinning. Sadly, I will not have something like Kill Smoke. I wish Kill Smoke was a lot more Dust Storm generic. It would have been nice. There's really enough cards to build a deck around that. They might do that today. I just cancel my monster hunter and just do that. I do that. About this unit type, whenever I guess I continue to return. Didn't have enough synergy. I need more restanders in this type of deck. It's like not something I can afford here. Because in restand, it's not fairly worth, honestly. Speed Eugene Britain upon to get the Dust Storm Ride line, sadly. That kind of sucks. A lot of the draw synergy, though, in this type of deck would be wasted. I think this deck is fairly fine with how I have it here. So I'm just going to have it as Dustless. And jump for one more game. We have room here, so jump in there. Kurono. Ashik. Where is Kurono? Where is he? Where is he? Okay. A game's a game. Scissors again. Give me your answer. Can you beat mine? No, my scissors. It's gonna be Joseph's. Okay, I lost a rock. Okay. One is going first. Best. This is fine. Nope. Nope. Mulligan. Yeah, that's really nice. Ooh. Are we gonna be using one who arrived at paradise? Opponent's turn. Yep. They're looking, they're looking, they're looking, they're looking. Discado this. Hide. Then draw another. Then battle. Swing, swing. Now they know what that guy is. Critical's already out. That's nice. Wish it was a more generic card that appeared, but oh well. What can you do? What can you do, Esse? Never played a Garant, so this is gonna be fairly interesting. We shall see. Beep, 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 beep. 18k. Guard, okay. One to pass. It passed. So, and first check. Nothing. Second check. Nothing. Ah, sad. Gado. Rotundro. Then, activating this lad's ability. Good drop. Moreno turn. Raido. Only has fairly amount of units, but can't take advantage of that. So, I'm just gonna put on there. Power plus 5k. I don't like that rear. Kill it. Thank you. There we go. That's one unit less. I shall take that. Bam, 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 bam. Now, doing your turn. I'm waiting. You only have 3 or more regards with the card name. You want this unit gets triple drive. Oh, this is where the Sentinel will go good. Look at the top 5 cards. You have the 1 card from, then call it to rear. If it's a unit card and put it in the hand, if it's all Balloon Paradise Seed Mela, shuffle your deck. If you call a unit with the one who Paradise card in his card name, this unit gets power plus 5k. Then with the unit attacks, choose one of your regards standard. This is a fairly mad card, honestly. Fairly mad. Like, yeah, look at top 5, very neat, but like. Let's read the rear, so it makes them interesting. Well, this one's interesting. It has mostly a generic ability, and then it's just like, oh, name. Look at top 3 cards with the 1 card able to run, call the rear, triple deck. So counterblast, look at top 3, which is not bad for a spirit call. Like, yeah, it's like top 3. Cool. Obviously, second ability makes it very meh. Top 3, something generic-ish, and then name restriction. 23k. 23k. Let me just check. I only have the restand. I'm gonna have to take a few hits here, actually. I'll have a draw. I'll have to look. I'll have to take a few hits, though, sadly. I want to drop one of my restands. I'll have to take it. Damn it. Yep, restand. It restands the fucking column. It's fucking crazy. No guard. At least no critical. But no triggers as well. That kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to give up a fair portion of my hand in order to be able to survive here. Uh, 20k. Discard here. Ability, shut the soul. 23k again. Gonna have to call this one here. This 5k shield. And then call. There you go. And a draw. I'll get a lot of draws at least. So let's see. I don't have energy though. So let's 1, 2, 3. Draw 2. 1, 2. Choose one card from amongst them. Shuffle the soul. Gonna ask to sadly be one of the Eugene copies. Soul. Then 1, 2, 3. And get a draw 1. First off, the storm. Gonna have to use this in order to survive here. I'm gonna have to be very crappy with this. First off, always come here. Activate ability. Energy blast 3. I don't have the energy blast. I can't do that. That sucks. Gonna have to just rely on popping the... I forgot about that, honestly. Gonna have to do that one. Won't have enough columns to pop. Gonna have to aim at rears. So I have to throw the board here, honestly. Ability. I fucked up there, sadly. Which gives me a draw 2. Forgot about the draw 2. Sadly, the draw was not as great. Man, I fucked up there. I genuinely fucked up. That's on me. Battle. Skill activated, restand. And then 50k to the rear. Okay. Vanguard attacks this. Ability. Can of blast. List. Drop. And look at the top left card of that. Not the best, honestly. Look at top 4. Gonna have to drop. Not gonna have enough power there. He still has a grade 2. He's on grade 3 though. I'm just gonna take out the grade 2s. Power plus 5k. Power plus 5k. And then power plus 5k. And deck shuffle. 1. There's multiple shuffles apparently, so I'll just take that one shuffle. 33k, gonna have to be 2 to best. So first check, kill trigger. Power 2. This is gonna be a 16, 16, 26. Cover 1 damage. Critical trigger. 1. Then 15k there. That's fine. Already activated in order. So turn, his turn. I do not have Savage Persona right because I have to give it up. I have at least, don't have a restand either, but I have 2 retires. I have a retire, I have a row blower, room to blow up a row. And I have a best harvest on my hand as well. So it's not as bad as it seems. How do we do this? How do we do this? Mostly just been aiming at the rear. It means they don't have a lot of ability to just pick up their stuff. So we have sort of an advantage. We have kill smoke, so we'll be able to pop that back. The brick is gonna be gone in a bit. I might change my Regalis piece. Something else. No, that Regalis is really good. Intercept. Haven't seen PG. Triple drive as well. Just in case. Heal trigger. Recovers one. Bull. Now, we're gonna swing with the other one. 25k. Gets actually 2k power boost. But 23k, 33k, 33k, and I just gotta drop one of these. That's a 23k to my rear. It would mean I can pop a rear. It's fine. Huh? Swing it up, draw. Not a great draw. Gonna have to do this. This in from the front, activate best harvest. Units, apart from the silver blasts. I'll be popping this guy. Now draw a card. I have 2 cards to call, so I can pop another column. I don't kill smoke to save my time, but oh well. It's just very hard to save that one. I get a missed on me. Draw a card. Not good at all. That's 5k. Set over there. Now, swings. Cards. Why is it so bad? Why are only triggers appearing, man? At least I get a 5k boost, I guess, but none of them are. To look for, it's just fairly bad. The heal would be very nice. Once it's nicer though. Call. Damn, that sucks. That sucks. Power plus 5k. All right, these guys get power plus 5k. Plus 5k. This is a 38. Okay. No triggers, of course, and there are cards that I would have liked to call regardless. 15k through 13k. He's probably gonna take it. Probably gonna proc a trigger as well. Nope, he guarded with that. 22k. Damn it. That was fairly shit. I didn't misplay my first grade 3 turn. I would have had something there. Oh well, what can you do? Thankfully. Gotta think. I have too many orders, so regardless pieces are like, yeah, the Blitz order I chose, Sounds of Wave is not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. Call another. I have enough units in the board. I should have saved that one. I should have saved Stormbrand. And I should have done Killsmoke. Even if I couldn't save Stormbrand, I would have been able to do Killsmoke. We should have popped something. That's 13k to my Vanguard, meaning... Kind of +1. 10k power. Plus 10k there to my shield. And then... This would give me a lot of power. There we go. Some measure of play. Now I made it so that row isn't as dangerous there. Triple drive. 31k, 25k. I'm gonna have to bet no triggers, honestly. No guard. At least that. I get triggers at least myself. Okay, no triggers. That's perfect. No trigger there. But this one's a lot more manageable. Depends on just draw, really. Draw. No, that's not it. Oh, draw card. This would mean 23. Okay, yeah. And there we go. Yeah, I don't know why it has that much. 28. And now that final attack. I'm not taking that damage. I don't need it. Two draws. Draw, persona. Sounds of Wave. No, nothing good. Gonna have to bet. Then. Let's retire there. Draw to that. Hand actually. It's not gonna be enough. Gonna have to commit to that. No, Nimoto. Attacks, still activated, kind of blast, shove the soul blast him. Death. Please give me good cards, not triggers. What the flying fuck. Easy, man. Nah, man. Yeah, it's just not worth, man. The deck was just not cooperating with me. It was not. It just hated me. I don't know what was happening. The deck is just depression. But that was all we have for today. Thank you everyone for coming. We've had a lot of fun. And we've had a small introduction to how VangPro works. I will be working on something a bit later. I will probably be also adjusting the stream. We're not going to be doing Monster Hunter. Probably more Carpet Vanguard. I've apparently missed this game a lot more than I thought I did. And I'm getting a bit rusty, so I'm going to be fixing that myself by just throwing myself against the proverbial blender. So without further ado, we shall be jumping into trying to see which rate now. So, let's see. Anybody on Vanguard? Not a lot of people streaming right now, so let's see. People are following, not much. Let's check. Here it is. No, that's not it. It's search. Here it is 2. Do we have anybody there? Nope. This is not a lot of people also following it either. So... Oh, Cozy Astros play Monster of the Wild. Okay. Then we shall be just dropping in on them. Okay, we'll be studying that. So once more, thank you everyone for coming. We've had a lot of fun. But today is my... Well, I'm ending for now. And I'm BMXT. We probably will be jumping back to VangPro, building another deck, and then push myself to see what I'm going to do. Probably that fun idea I've had of just using the more finicky version of the Duststorm engine. It's going to be very scuffed, but it's very me, and I'm going to like this. So without further ado, thank you for coming. Thank you everybody for coming. I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye-bye.